Good afternoon from BMW and Porsche of Ocala, Mr. Cory. I'm Scotty, one of the BMW and Porsche product geniuses over here. And unfortunately, to give you the little news here, the car that you did choose is a fresh squeezed one. It actually hasn't even arrived in our lot yet. So I thought in the meantime, we at least can go over a lot of the features on a very similar car we do have on our lot. I'll compare some of the things that this one has, that the other one has, and of course you can get an idea. Now your car, of course, which is a very gorgeous color, is going to be a sapphire blue metallic with a Luxor beige interior. Well, this one is a rhodium silver with a standard black interior, of course. But I did want to point out just some of the things on this car. Now, this is going to be powered by an inline 4-cylinder turbo engine that generates 252 horsepower and 273 foot-pounds of torque. That's going to be paired with a 7-speed Porsche PDK double-clutch transmission, one of the best all-around transmissions in the world right now. I mean, it's just really remarkable. I really can spend a whole day on just how awesome and how much I love that transmission. But that's going to give this car a 0 to 60 time of about 6.3 seconds. So we can see by the front of the car, it's an absolutely gorgeous styling, and the Macans are just a very popular car, and they hold their value incredibly well too, which was really surprising. So I'm always happy to see that. Absolutely gorgeous. Now, of course, your car, I do have the window sticker right over here, or essentially the window sticker. And I'm going to go ahead and just lay down right over here so we can see some of the options. As we can see, we have the sapphire blue metallic with the Luxor beige interior right over there. The panoramic moonroof, seat heating front, as well as seat ventilation front. Really good for that for hot Florida weather we're going to be coming up on in just a little bit. The navigation system right over here. The lane change assist. Now, that's Porsche's way of calling it the blind spot. So pretty cool stuff right there. The smoking package. That one's just kind of one we always like to do as a dealership over here. We'll show you what that entails right here. The 18-inch Macan S wheels, automatic dimming mirrors, and power seat, the 14-way with memory package there. So let's go ahead and get started here. Now, to unlock the car, of course, we just pull out the key, just hit the little lock button. And I always love the Porsche keys. They look like little cars themselves. So we're just going to go ahead and unlock the car and hop on in. Now, this car also does come with a very similar seats as we see, except for, of course, the color interior. These are going to be the 14-way power seats. So we do have everything available on the car. You can move your thigh support, which is the little front guy right over there. Of course, scoot the seat forward, back, up, down. And you can also tilt the seat, too, which is nice, especially if you have longer legs. And, of course, tilt your back right over here. And then you also have 4 ways of lumbar adjustment right over there, so that's really nice. And, of course, we're going to go ahead and come inside here. And since this car, or your car that you've chosen, as well as this one, both come with the 14-way with memory function, we do have all your memory settings set right over here on the door. Now, the one thing I really like about Porsche is they go by a key-to-key system. So even if you have the other key inside the car, you still have access to your memory seat functions right over here, but everything. So if you set your navigation settings to something you prefer, while maybe your partner does not like or anything like that, it's all saved right over here per the key. So let's say you prefer a faster route, while maybe the other person driving the car prefers a shorter route, as opposed to like distance, as opposed to getting there faster. So pretty cool stuff right over there. You can really customize everything from radio tuning and it's really remarkable. And of course, everything. I just really love the interior finish on everything. Everything is in brushed aluminum. Really nice premium feel to it. Everything has a nice soft touch on everything. Really sharp. No real hard plastics much of anywhere on the car. Of course, automatic headlights as you expect on the car, with front and rear fog lights as well. Something normally American cars really don't get a lot of. And, of course, the one thing I do love about Porsche as well is the speedometer. Since, of course, paying homage to their race car roots, they do have the tachometer right over here in the center with a digital speed readout right over there, but you do have the analog version right over here. But it's just really sharp to always look at the tachometer in case you are in manual mode on the car, which you are able to do so. This is a double clutch, or one of the fastest shifting transmissions in the world right now. So you could just easily shift. You just go ahead and shift into drive and push this over, and now you're in manual mode where you can shift using this actual gear selector, or even the paddle shifter is located on the steering wheel right over here. And this does have the multi-function steering wheel, just like your car has, so it's pretty sharp there. But what's really nice is this little digital guy right over here is actually all controlled on the steering wheel. So right now we have the vehicle information page right over there, which just gives us some basic information about how many miles you have left and your tank of gas, your cruise control information and stuff like that, as well as the time and temperature, of course, right over there. And of course, we have all our vehicle status of coolant temperature, oil pressure, everything like that. And that's all customizable. But we have your audio settings right over here, telephone information, even navigation information. And once again, as you can see, it's all customizable, and that is per the key. So you don't have to worry about sharing settings or them getting mixed up or anything like that. Coming past that, we can actually have the navigation information. So if you want to enter in a destination, we can actually do that right from here. So we can just do a destination input, whatever we wanted to do. Trip computer information, tire pressure information right here. torque split. Now, all the Macans do come standard with all-wheel drive, so it's really cool. It's an adjustable all-wheel drive system. If I remember correctly, I believe it's an 85-15 torque split, rear bias, of course, and you can actually watch it as it changes, so it's really darn cool to actually watch what it does there. And it shows you by little bars where the power is being sent to. And, of course, back to the vehicle information page. And we're just going to go ahead and take a look at the interior of this car. Now, the infotainment system on that car, and that's actually my position right over here, is to actually teach you how to use the infotainment system on this car. And it's just so much easier compared to everything. And being part of BMW and Porsche and teaching people how to work both, this one is much easier to teach. It really is an easy system to learn. And right now we can see we're on the actual map page, which is just accessed just by hitting the little map button right over here. If we want to actually get into the navigation page where we go ahead and enter addresses, we just hit navigation right over here, and we can see it's just plain and simple as this. Now, it's really nice, and I'm going to type in an address just to show you how fast it is. And I'm going to do it with my left hand, so bear with me here. But all I have to do is hit search, and I just come right over here, and 5145, and I'm just going to enter in the dealership. Southwest. Ah, there it is. I don't even have to type in the rest. And I hit start. The route is being calculated. And we're already on the way. Just that fast. You don't have to worry about a thing. And of course, to stop it is also really nice and easy. Now, one thing that I always like to show off on this car is it actually has a proximity sensor. So right now, what we see is basic information. We see in the bottom left-hand corner the time will arrive at the dealership, which of course we are pretty much here right now, and the distance away it is from us, as well as the scale and the speed limit of the road that we're on in the middle right-hand side right over there. But in order to stop it, now this is my favorite part, all you have to do is get your hand close, and we see all the other information pop up, and all I got to do is just hit. Now, my depth perception is all screwed up by looking through the camera, but all I got to do is hit stop, and we're good to go. Just as simple as that. I can also start a navigation direction right from this page as well. It's just so easy to work compared to every other system I encounter. But of course, media, you do have Bluetooth audio. You do have a jukebox for storing SD card music, which the SD cards go right in the glove box right over here. Little slot right in here to actually put those puppies. Yeah, come on, go up there. And that's it. My apologies, I misspoken. But the SD cards go right over here. I'm thinking of the Panameras. But they just insert right over here. And then, of course, your CD player is right over here as well, which is really nice. And, of course, eject the CD. But you can actually store SD card music right into the car. Never have to worry about it again. Really easy to operate right over there. And, of course, tuner right here. As we can see, you do get 3 months entirely complimentary satellite radio here. And I'm going to go ahead and turn that down right there, especially Justin Bieber. Ugh. But if we wanted to listen to some country or anything like that, I hear you are in that area of expertise on that. So pretty cool stuff there. Congratulations on your success as well. My goodness. But we can see we can just listen to whatever we want. We can, of course, tune. And one thing, I'm a music guy, and it sounds like you are too. One thing I really like about Porsche is you can choose to tune it by the source. As opposed to, let's say, every other brand. If you set the tone on the car, it's across all bands, cruise, FM, AM, satellite, Bluetooth, audio, everything. Porsche, it's per the frequency, per the band. It's really sharp. So what I have for FM as my tone-wise, like if I come right over here to set sound, and I could do by touch screen or anything like that, is also, it's not shared to what I would have for Bluetooth audio. So satellite radio can get a little hissy if you have the treble too high or anything like that. So I can turn the treble down for satellite radio, but on FM I want it a little higher. You can do that on Porsche, which is really sharp. Now, of course, coming right over here, we do have your auto-dimming mirror. And, of course, that's going to be on your car as well. And coming up right over here to the overhead console, we do have all your moonroof controls, which your car does have the panoramic moonroof. It's a little hard to angle it, but we can see it's an absolutely massive sunroof. And it's all controlled by this little guy right over here, as well as this little guy to actually control the glass itself. And, of course, you do have 3 garage door clickers on the right-hand side. That's that 1, 2, 3 dash mark right over here. Holy cow. Depth perception really gets screwed up when you're looking at through the camera. Throws you way off. And that's, of course, you can program it to whatever you like. And, of course, I help you with that. I make sure we get you all taken care of. Automatic windshield wipers, everything you expect the car to have, even headlight washers and everything like that. And this car is going to be very similarly equipped right over here. We do see we have 2-zone climate control, which is standard on the car, as well as rear vents in the back. Apparently, it's becoming more of a rare commodity nowadays, which is really crazy, especially with people riding with their dogs and kids in the car. You really want to have airflow in the back. And, of course, Macan does come standard with the air vents in the back. But, of course, you can control everything right over here. You have auto air. You have the Auto air controls right over here. Sync to match them up on both sides. If you're going down a steep mountain in Tennessee or anything like that, you can hit this little guy, and actually it's a downhill descent control for going down the steep mountains. But we do have your heated and ventilated seats right over here. Really easy to operate. You can even have them both going at the same time. So if you want to be warmed up but you don't want to get sweaty, you can hit that right over there. And of course, standard on all the Macans, you do have the sport mode right over here, which sharpens up the throttle response, opens up the exhaust baffles a little bit, changes the whole driving dynamics of the car. It locks out 8th gear in the transmission, allows you to accelerate a little faster. Really cool stuff. And of course, traction control right over here. Really good stuff there. And of course, there is an off-road mode right over here. This is an all-wheel drive car. They know you might be taking off-road sometime, so it's all there for you. But let's go ahead and hop into the back seat. All right. And the back seat on this car, even though this is actually a smaller SUV, is plenty spacious on here. Really sharp. Holy cow, my pants look white in here. It's crazy. We can see we do have full air controls right back over here. We can adjust if we want colder, warmer, anything like that. This one does have the reeded here seats, which just might be a little bit of a difference. You do have... I don't know why the camera's not focusing. Yeah, my little guy. Oh, focus. There we go. We do have dual USB chargers for charging your phone back here as well, in case you're going on a trip with the kids or anything like that. Really useful stuff there. So pretty cool. And of course, there just really is a lot of space back over here. The seats do recline a little bit if you do want to adjust them. Then we're going to go ahead and come to the trunk. All right, got the camera all fixed. I don't know what the heck was going on with it. But come back over here, and it's always fun to test people to see if they can open up the trunk on a Macan, because they are a little interesting. There's no button down over here or anything like that. You can, of course, open it by the key. But the little secret to this is you actually grab it by the base of the windshield wiper right here. Press that little button, and it opens up nice and easily. Of course, you have the privacy screen in the back. There's just absolutely plenty of space on the car. You could fold down the seats. You do have a power outlet back right over here. Really cool stuff. And of course, if we lift this up, we do have your very subtly colored rear tire back here as well. So you don't have to worry about anybody taking that thing. It's going to be a little obvious if somebody snags one of those. And of course, to close it is electronically closing as well if I hit that little button. And if you do have any questions on the car, I know I wish I could show you the car in person, but we still haven't even received it yet. But if you do have any questions on anything on the car, you like a little more in-depth review of like certain aspects of it, just let us know. I'm always happy to get you all taken care of. Other than that, we hope to hear from you soon, and hope you have a great day. Bye.